Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. My name is Fizz. We're back on another World of Warcraft living series with your host, ya Fizz, your boy, and the most amazing, gorgeous girlfriend in the entire world, Ellie. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good.
Welcome. So, anyways, we are... Where the hell are we? Martyrin. I remember doing this. Maraudon. Whatever. I remember back in the day, I actually talked about this in the last series, in the last episode. So if you're not following, in the top right here, there should be a little info card for Battle for Azeroth. I might put these all in their own playlist as well. These series. What? What are you smiling at? Oh.
So you remember?
Hi Siri. Shut up. My phone keeps every time I say series. Does it?
So,
sweetie, yeah?
You remember the person that was in our last group that automatically queued and we declined it so we could come out and re-queue?
Let me guess. He's right here.
He's in here. Yep. He's one of the DPSs at the top.
I require a target.
Lovely.
Lol.
Alright, big pull, sweetie.
Okay, wait, I'm coming.
So anyways, welcome back. So let's talk about, I want to talk about this area. This is a little bit of a story, okay? Back in the day, this was actually back in Wrath. I remember we used to do this entire dungeon as a run. We used to always queue, me and my friends, we used to start at the beginning. We used to do the beginning area. I think it was in Wrath or Cataclysm, can't remember. And they split this dungeon up into 3 different dungeons. It used to be a huge dungeon. And then they split it. But we did the whole thing. We used to be in here for like an hour because that's how long it used to take, and it was a long time, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun, enjoyable things, and I remember doing it on my mage, and I was like just blown away of like, wow, this place is so big. There's not much here. Like the detail in this area is absolutely garbage. Like you don't see this anymore back. Like, I mean, what do you think, sweetie? Look at this dungeon's detail compared to the new dungeons that we get now. Look at, like, there is no comparison.
I suppose for its time though, it's probably decent.
Yeah, that's true. It is a very old dungeon. Alright, anyways.
I've been silenced.
Last episode, I asked you a bunch of questions. It's time for you to ask me at least one.
Okay, let me think.
Give you a minute to think, and I'll keep talking.
Alright, I go on. So, I know you like pandas and stuff, but apart from panda, what's your favorite race?
My favorite race?
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, this is gonna be kind of funny. So, I like okay. So when I started World of Warcraft, I really liked gnomes, okay? And the reason why my first toon is a gnome, I still have it. It's on Elgwin, whatever server. It's level 15. That's what I did. That's what I got to level 15 in vanilla, okay? And
I must get closer.
Yeah. So, okay, let me explain. So, in Wrath, I made my mage, gnome mage, okay? I made the gnome mage because basically my first toon was a gnome. And I figured, well, since my first toon was a gnome and I never finished leveling, why don't I just make another toon that's a gnome? Because I didn't really care on the like what race. I didn't really care too much on that stuff. What?
Someone's asking you a question. I want to know where you got the corgi.
Ha!
You could just say you can't get it anymore.
10-year.
I
can't remember what it's called. 10-year anniversary. Yeah, I can't spell limit. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, okay. So yeah, so I figured making a gnome because I never finished leveling my gnome was the best thing. And I actually got in Wrath. I actually figured out how to play how to play WoW and everything. So it was very fun and everything. But that was my favorite race back in the day.
I require a target.
Okay, was
I
Gnomes.
must get closer.
Then I had a really obsession thing with Draenei's. You know why? Because Draenei's are the light. And I wanted to be a Draenei paladin for the Ashbringer. Now, I knew one day there might be an Ashbringer thing. I made this tune. I made my Draenei paladin in WoD, actually. Beginning of WoD. And I was super fascinated in that, and I was also fascinated with the RL, and I actually preferred a Draenei over a Pandaren. Because of that whole lore aspect and everything. Because Pandaren lore is... It's rich and all, but it's not really rich to the extent that it combines, you know, all the classes, right? Because if you think about it, right, Pandaren doesn't go, like, with gnomes. Pandaren doesn't go with, like, humans and stuff. Like, humans, gnomes, night elves, dwarves, like, stuff. They have such a rich history with each other, right? And stuff. So, and Draenei's also do, too, because they've been since the burning, BC. I couldn't remember what the hell the freaking expansion is called. So, you know? So anyways, I'm going like super sidetracked, aren't I, with this? She's super... Huh?
So just a tad.
Okay. So anyways, I like Draenei's a lot. So my favorite class was Draenei's. But the Ashbringer thing and the whole lore and all the aspect of it kind of got killed with me with Legion, because that's kind of actually why I didn't want to make a paladin, and that's kind of actually still why I don't want to play a paladin now, is because the lore and the history and the just how special like the paladins and how special the Ashbringer was is because how unique and how much of a story is. But since now every duality person in the whole freaking world can make a damn have the Ashbringer now, it's not special anymore. It's not a special weapon. It doesn't have anything special with it. It does have a special lore. It is very rich in lore, but it's just not that special anymore to me. So I kind of fell out of love with playing my paladin because of that. And yeah. So anyways, so what was the question?
What your favorite race
Okay,
was?
it's gnomes. It is still gnomes because my gnome mage was the second thing I made, and I have to honor my second thing I ever made because I love gnome. And you know what's funny? My gnome was a male gnome. It was a male wizard. Could you believe that? He had a nice beard and everything. In Cataclysm, yeah, towards the end of Cataclysm, I transferred it. We just stopped here now. I transferred it to a horde. Wow, I got the same shoulders twice. I transferred it to a horde server. Wow, that helmet is fucking disgustingly bad. Oh man. And it became a what did it come? Oh, no. So my mage, okay, so I guess I could tell you the history about my mage real quick, right? So my mage was made in Wrath. Okay. It was made in Wrath, and I transferred it to be a horde in Pandaland because I could be a panda. So that's, you know, pandas. Panda. And then after that, then I transferred it back to be a female gnome because the females look a lot better after the rework. Anyone remember how they used to look? I mean, pixelation, you can technically look at how old. Did you know there's an actual setting in WoW, sweetie, that you can look at the old models?
Oh god, please no.
Yeah, there's a setting that you can turn it on, and you can look at all the old things.
Yeah, no.
Some of them are so bad. I mean, that's the best part. In Classic, that's what's gonna happen. So anyways, yes. Andarans and gnomes are my favorite.
I must get closer.
Gnome was the first ever race I made. Before I even, like, when I was still on, like, a starter account. Before I even actually bought the game, it was Gnome. I tried every single Gnome class. Every single one, leveled them all to 20. I'd make one, level it to 20. If I didn't like it, delete it, try the next one.
I remember that. That was last year. You made a crap
Yeah.
ton of them, and you deleted them, made them. Because, like I was like,
It was the
all right,
same gnome. The exact same gnome, same name, same everything. Just different class.
I know,
Deleted and
because
remade over and over.
I remember, right? Because before she even bought WoW, I was like, all right, before you buy WoW, figure out what class you want to play and your kind of style you want to do. And I tell you not, it took her like almost 3 weeks to figure that out. It literally was a freaking forever long time. And thank God, because she saved a month of WoW time, because she just kept playing classes up to level 20 saying, okay, what's this? Blah, 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 blah. And then, no, then she freaking got rid of it. It saved you money. It saved you like $15.
And then I decided on Monk because I thought it was amusing to see a gnome kicking things in the face.
Yes, it is. Very nice.
And then I got bored and stopped playing, and then came back and tried to play my Monk, and got my ass handed to me.
Yeah, they changed how monks play a little bit, so...
Yep. So I was like, well, crap, I can't play this Monk no more, and so I've still got her, I just don't really play her. She's a Brewmaster at the moment, because I wanted to try that. And I quickly learned that I can't face tank the entire room.
Not until you get the Ox statue.
I have that.
Oh my. Speaking of that, I'm missing a spell. Ignore mates. Fight through the pain, ignore 50% of damage taken. I'll take that. Then I'm on dark. Alright, ask me another question.
What's your favorite zone?
Ooh, that's a hard one. How about, tell me, okay, let's narrow it down to an extension.
Oh god. No.
Why? I would love to tell you about my favorite zone in Wrath. I have a couple, that's why.
I am
In
out of
vanilla.
range.
In vanilla? Well, it would be Elven Forest because that's literally all I played in fucking vanilla. Actually, okay, actually. So, back in vanilla, when I firstly made my gnome warrior, okay? I thought I could be a gnome hunter, okay? It worked out freaking lovely. I died a lot, and I freaking made my own crafted weapons and stuff. I could do a whole video on that guy, man. He's got the original gun bags and bullets in his inventory still. It's funny because you can't get those anymore. So technically, my account is a legacy because of that. Anyways, yes, my favorite. I think my favorite two zones in vanilla are, because I spent majority in both of them, is Dunmoreau and Elwyn Forest, because in Dunmoreau, that's where I started leveling, because as a gnome, you level the same area as a dwarf, because they had the same starting zone. Because originally the gnomes were gonna have Gnomegarden as a city, but they quickly got rid of that because they didn't want the horde to be out of balance. Well, they should still do it now because the horde is already out of balance. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
feared.
right.
Whee! Yeah, the horde's completely out of balance. It was so bad. But yeah, I spent a lot of time in both those zones, and I remember back in Wrath, I stayed in those zones a lot, and I remember the first day that I had enough gold to buy my mount, because back in vanilla, I looked at the Mount Bender and I saw how expensive they were, and I was like, forget it, I'm never gonna buy it. And I basically just went to Stormwind. I don't even know how I made I don't even know how I got the Stormwind. I figured out how to get the Stormwind, and my tomb just laid there in Stormwind, and then I logged out and didn't come back on in Wrath. But anyways, I remember back in Wrath.
Why are you under me? Bugger off.
Because I lost
Nope.
aggro. I remember back in Wrath. Wow. I remember back in Wrath when I made enough gold to buy my first mount. I was so proud of myself. I went back and bought the same mechanical strider that I wanted. Look at that, 39. Let's queue up again. We got one more dungeon. Yeah, I remember.
My darn cookie.
You wanted a cookie? Oh yeah, she wants to eat a cookie.
And I can't do it because I gotta watch.
It's okay, sweetie.
It's not like DPS where I can just run in and not pay any attention to anything on my screen. And just press buttons and still survive.
But yeah, Dunmorrow and Elven Forest. I would say more Dunmorrow because I spend a lot of time there. On my vanilla tomb. In vanilla. Okay, next question.
I do not have a target.
I don't know. Just think.
She's thinking, guys.
I need to target something first. I am
Favorite
out
type
range.
of class? Tank, DPS, or heal?
Well,
And why?
okay, I'll explain each one. So, for me, I've actually really wanted to tank, and I actually really wanted to heal, but it's a lot of work to set up an actual proper healing thing because I would want to do hover over macros and stuff, and I've actually done that once with my priest, and it was a lot of fun. I actually healed a lot in Pandaland expansion because of that. I've always wanted to do that, but I've always shied away because I don't want to be really responsible for people dying. I'd rather be responsible for killing things. And that's the same thing with tanking, is because there is a lot of pressure on tanks because the tank has to, you know, hold aggro, and it has to make sure you position mobs or bosses the right way so that way it doesn't kill everyone. Like right now, I'm facing it towards the wall because it's a better, easier way to tank stuff right now. And yeah, I'm not tanking properly because I'm not using the right cooldowns. I'm pretty much smashing things whenever things are on off cooldown. But yeah, and yeah, and then that leaves me with DPS. You know, what else can I do? I gotta play DPS if I can't do the other two. Do I enjoy it? Yeah, I do actually. Do I enjoy it with every class? Pretty much. I've played every class except for I think the only two classes I've never actually really played, but I do have level 100s. Is a warlock and a shaman. Those are the only two classes I've never really played. I've actually played a decent amount of priest. I've played a lot of mage, obviously. I played a lot of where the hell are these guys coming from? I played a lot of my Death Knight because it was my third tune I ever made. I played a lot of warrior because I have a level 100 warrior, and then I'm leveling another warrior. Yeah, and Demon Hunter, I just started playing a lot of Demon Hunter, and it's a very easy class to play. I'm not gonna admit, very easy. But yeah. Next question. She's concentrating on the healing, boys.
No, I'm lagging, so I have to concentrate.
Oh, you're fine. I have a lot of heals up right now.
My game's been freezing.
It's fine.
Like everything freezes for a good few minutes, like a minute or so.
It's fine. I'll tank these. So, what's another question you answer? is?
I have no idea.
Oh, there's a lot of things. At least I have a new buff that ignores pain. 50% reduced damage. Oh man. Alright, how about I talk about one of my most favorited zones, I think this might be my most favorite zone.
Hmm.
You want to guess what it is in Wrath? It's in Wrath. I've actually talked about
High Crown?
Huh?
Ice Crown?
No, actually.
That's my favorite.
My favorite zone is Storm Peaks. This zone right here, guys. Now,
Lag.
I guess I should explain why it's my favorite zone. So back in Wrath, the things I did in Wrath was the following. I dungeoned, and I PvP'd, and I explored. Because if you remember, I played a little bit of vanilla, so I kind of knew what the game was about-ish, and basically Wrath was the opening of how to play the game and explore and play. It was my first ever open MMO game I've ever played. So I found out that there was a mount called the Time Lost Proto-Drake, and all I knew, it was in Storm Peak. What I did for months was I would fly around looking for this thing. And this was before I knew I should Google anything. This is before I knew I should Google WoW or anything, alright? This is stupid Fizz. I was a wee little lad, alright? My friends didn't really know what the mount was either. And I still do not have it to this day. But anyways, I would go around Storm Peaks, flying, non-flying, figuring out what the heck this thing was and where can I find it. Because I saw someone riding it in Dalaran. I was so amazed about how beautiful this Drake was. I never had a Drake before. I didn't even get one until end of Cataclysm, actually, I think. Is when I got my first Drake. Proto Drake, actually, not the Bronze Drake, because I had that a long time ago.
A target. I cannot attack that target. I cannot attack that.
You're good? Hey. So, I spent months flying around in this zone, trying to figure out where it is, and I finally my friend gave me a link of a video about someone killing it in this certain spot. Which is basically the frozen lake, roughly, right? It's like right here in this general area. There's like a frozen lake and stuff. You can see Dalaran and stuff. And I remember seeing the video and I saw it there, and I was like, I'm going to camp this. So, me being me, I went down to the little lake. I sat there for days and hours, and I never saw it. Then one day, I went to Dalaran. I logged on, I was in Dal. I was like, alright, let's go try, because I used to just queue for PvP, and I did that stuff, right? So, that's all I did. I was a, what was I? I think it was a Frost. I was a Frost Mage. No, I was a Fire Mage for PvP. It was freaking hilarious. I was actually really good at it. I remember. Anyways. I, go to my little spot, I queue up, get into a dungeon, and, or not dungeon, PvP, sorry. And I do my little PvP thing. I come back, and I see someone fucking killed it. No fucking joke. I saw someone killed it literally within 20 minutes of me going into the BG. There was a fucking dead body there, and I was so infuriated, but also excited, because I was like, oh, does that mean I get to have it now? Does that mean it's gonna spawn? So me being stupid, I stayed up all freaking night thinking that it was gonna respawn in that spot where it was. And you know what? That thing has like the weirdest freaking time. It probably wouldn't even spawn again until the next reset. I remember it. I was stupid. I stayed up. It was like 7 o'clock, and I stayed all the way up until like 4. And I was so tired, but I was like, I want the mount. I want the mount so bad. So that's the story of Storm Peaks. I did lie, actually. I did do one raid. I did Old War, the first boss. You know how? Because my friend got me into it. And I did the first boss. I don't remember how, but I did do the first boss. If I go on my mage, I might have the... If there's an achievement for it, I might have to see if there is. But I remember doing the first boss. But yeah. That's it. Storm Peaks. Because I spent most of my time in Wrath there, hours on end, because I really wanted the time-lapse proto-drake. And I still want the time-lapse proto-drake. I really want the time-lapse proto-drake. If I ever got the time-lapse proto-drake, it would probably be my main mount for my mage, because that's the sentimental value of it, is that I've always wanted that thing. Granted, if I put some time into it, I probably could get it nowadays, because I could stay up and I can actually figure out the timers and stuff, because there is a secret Discord thing. I've actually been trying to figure out how to do it. So stay tuned, guys. I might get the time-lapse proto-drake sometime. But yeah. Is that interesting? She's shaking her head, saying yes, but she's yawning.
I've had stuff all sleep, okay? I'm tired. But you watch out, because I come after dinner time, I'll be right wide awake and won't sleep.
You need cuddles, that's why.
Yeah.
Alright, answer my last...
Too far away.
Alright, ask me one more last question, sweetie.
I don't freaking know. I've asked all that I could think of.
I have one that you can ask me.
Hmm.
What's my favorite armor set in the game?
Yeah, that is a good one. What is your favorite armor set?
Okay. So, even though I play a monk, monks really don't have any good armor sets. You literally have to put together a lot of different sets to make a good set of a monk. I'm sorry, Blizzard, but you can't fucking design a really good monk set. It's really depressing. So I do not have a favorite monk set because they're all really shit. I do have one of my favorites, and I'll tell you it in a second after we kill this guy, because it's actually purple. So my favorite set in the game is Judgment purple. And you're probably thinking, are you serious? Yeah, I am serious. So if anyone doesn't know what that set is, let me look real quick right quickly. Wait. Oh yeah, this set too is my favorite, one of my favorites. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that one too. That's one. Where is it? I think it's in. Here it is. Here you go, sweetie. One of my favorite sets. Now,
Ooh, that is pretty.
The reasoning why it's my favorite set is actually kind of funny, because it's not technically my favorite set, but it's actually a recolor of a set that you can't attain anymore. So back in, oh god, what
Man,
is
I
it?
want this. How do I get it? What kind of what is it? Leather? If it's leather, I'm sold.
It's plate.
Damn it.
It's actually pretty difficult because it drops, every single piece is like all over BC.
That's fine.
It actually took me a while to get. It's very difficult.
You can just solo all of those dungeons.
Yep, it is. Okay, hold on. What set was it? Where is it? Where is it? Sorry. Where is it? Actually, no. Yeah. Oh, I might have to get on my paladin. I think it's a paladin. But okay, so let me explain what the set is. So it actually is Judgment. The Jury-colored Judgment set. Where's Judgment? What is it? Okay, here it is. It actually is, this. But it's not purple. It's like a corrupted kind of teal and white and stuff. So like the original color set, let me look where's the original? Where's the original Judgment? Look at the Mogget. I'm gonna have to cut all this.
On.
Alright. So here's the 3 Judgment recolors. We have the original Judgment, we have the Judgment armor recolor, and then we have the Blessed Battle Gear of the Undead Slayer Judgment. The reason why I really like this gear set is because just the color aspect of it. You cannot get it in game. It was a limited time event. I don't remember what event it was, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for classic. I really do. I really like, this is like one of my favorite sets, and I would always want it. If like I'll tell you this. If they ever brought this set back, if they brought a kind of a color variation of the set ever back, like if it was very close to this, like like just anything back, I would hands down play my paladin again. I would play it. I would main it probably. It's one of my favorite sets. I love the color aspect of it. Like, I don't know, I just really like the color on it, and it feels really nice, and I do like the purple one too. The only problem I have with this set nowadays is that the chest piece is very pixelated. Like this general area, it's very pixelated, but that's because it's on a dwarf. The dwarf's boobs are like really weird for some reason. On a Draenei, it actually looks really, it doesn't look too bad. Yes.
You can change in Mogget.
I know.
Excuse the gob full of copy, but if you click preview, you can go race and then change it to whatever.
No, it's filter, right?
So in the little picture, hang on, let me show you on my.
Oh, I see. Yeah, right here. Race. Draenei. There we go. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
the Draenei looks a lot better. But yeah, that's my favorite set right there. You can't get it. Really wish I could. I like it a lot. Oh man. Alright, anyways, that's a video for you guys. Hopefully you learned some things or two about me and stuff. We learned a lot about Ellie in the last couple episodes, so this was good.
Yeah, don't forget, if you have any questions you want to ask me, you can put them in the comments and I'll answer them.
That is true. We haven't had anyone yet ask anything. But I actually have had, it's actually kind of funny. I've actually had a couple people ask me questions that they said they were going to put in the video, but then they came to the stream and just asked me in general. Obviously, that's fine as well, but if you want to make your question into the video, we can definitely put it in. But yeah, that's it. I love you all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and I just realized that's a mini troll, baby. What? That's the first time I've ever seen a baby troll. Look at that. What an ugly shit. Alright, anyways. Anyways, that's it. I love you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.